2:23 in the morning on January 18th, an emergency dispatcher in London received a call from the United States. The caller was urgent. "I just got a call from a girl. She's getting beat up. I just figured out how to call someone. It's really an emergency." That caller was 19-year-old Barron Trump. Despite being thousands of miles away, he remained level-headed, staying on the line to provide British operators with the exact address of an assault in progress. This wasn't a standard domestic report. It was the son of the U.S. president triggering an emergency police response across the Atlantic in the middle of the night. The incident shattered the idea that digital relationships are insulated from physical consequences. Here, a remote video call had become the primary point of entry for a real-world police intervention. The connection began months earlier. Barron had formed a constant bond with a 22-year-old woman in London, communicating frequently across time zones through texts and video calls. Family insiders later suggested that while Barron often struggled with the pressures of face-to-face social settings, he felt more confident behind a screen, a space where he felt he could be seen without the constraints of his public identity. But as the digital relationship grew, it drew the attention of someone physically present in London, Matvey Rumantsev, the woman's 22-year-old former boyfriend. Rumantsev's jealousy escalated as he watched the constant stream of messages, particularly after seeing his ex-girlfriend refer to Barron as sweetheart. While Barron was connected via a 3,000-mile digital bridge, Rumantsev shared the exact physical space as the victim. This proximity turned a private online friendship into a volatile physical triangle, bringing the risks of the London apartment directly onto Barron's screen. On the night of January 17th, the tension over those messages finally broke. An argument inside the London flat turned violent. Barron answered a FaceTime call from the woman, and for a split second saw a shirtless man with dark hair. Then the view flipped. For the next 15 seconds, Barron watched the victim crying and being struck. He could see the man's head on the screen and hear the screaming before the call was terminated. Barron decided not to call back or attempt to threaten the attacker himself, fearing his involvement might make the situation worse. Instead, he immediately reached out to the Metropolitan Police. In that brief window, the FaceTime interface transformed into a window for a material witness, providing the evidence needed to dispatch officers to the flat. The aftermath eventually reached Snaresburg Crown Court, where Rumyantsev faced charges of assault, rape, and intentional strangulation. The victim told the court that Barron's 999 call was the only reason she was still alive, describing the timing of the police arrival as a sign from God. Rumyantsev's defense centered on his jealousy. He claimed he was upset by the woman's messages and argued that she didn't have genuine feelings for Barron, but was instead leading him on. Because Barron did not appear in court to be cross-examined, the judge issued a specific warning to the jury. His account was classified as hearsay, meaning it could not be the central basis for a conviction since it wasn't tested by the defense. The case highlighted a friction in modern law. A digital connection can save a life in real time, yet the legal system remains skeptical of testimony that exists only on a screen. Once the immediate danger in London was resolved, the focus shifted to the security implications for the Trump family in the U.S. Melania Trump acted decisively. She stepped in to end the relationship completely, allowing no room for negotiation or continued contact. For the family, the incident confirmed that Barron's emotional investment in the relationship had created a vulnerability that could not be managed, inviting international legal and physical risks into their private lives. Barron was subsequently placed under stricter digital boundaries, with the family increasing their monitoring of his online interactions to prevent another escalation. The same digital bond that allowed Barron to intervene and save a life also exposed him to a level of volatility his family found unacceptable. By cutting the connection, they established a hard boundary, acknowledging that in a high-profile life, no online relationship is truly safe.